Hey, this will be a video chart on QASP. The past 2 days, actually more like the past week, it's really come to life. Spent the earlier part of this week forming a base, as you can see here, and then basically the last 3 days, and the last two in particular, really just showing strong signs of life. And what's good to see is the big volume, but more importantly, the price reacting with it has been very bullish. As I've said in other videos, there's nothing worse than seeing great volume like this, and then seeing the price either go sideways or worse yet, going down. That was not the case on this one. Very nice volume action, and then the price followed suit. So I want to break down the chart. I did an annotated one on it yesterday, but with today's follow through, deserves a little bit more of an update here. Like I said in yesterday's annotated, after seeing this day, it looked like it was only a matter of time before the 50-day simple moving average, just purple line, got tested, and sure enough, today came up here, did get tested, and as you can see, it did break above it slightly during the intraday. But what we care about from the daily chart perspective is the close. But all in all, a great day. Really, the question now just becomes: is this going to break through, or is history going to repeat itself? So for this example, I'm going to scrunch up the chart and we'll go through some examples. So you can see that back here at the beginning of the year, the price fell below the 50-day, and then multiple times you can see the price tried to get up above it. Here, got rejected. Here, didn't quite hit it, but close enough. Rejected. Here, rejected. And then when it finally did get through, which it did, at this point you can see the results, just a huge spike. Now for the overall chart, this spike essentially was fake and not strong, as the price ended up collapsing back down through. But the point here was, when the price did get through the 50-day, big things happened, and they happened very quickly. And now we're kind of back in that same exact situation. We've fallen below the 50-day. What was that, about 2 months ago or so? The price came up here, approached it, and got knocked down. And now we're sitting at the exact same spot. Price hit it. I wouldn't call this getting knocked down. I mean, it didn't close at the high of the day, but close enough. And really, it's a question of, are we going to see things happen like they did back in this part of the chart, where it kept getting rejected, or most recently right here? Or are we going to see something like right here, where the price gets through and then just goes on even more of a a high kind of octane type move? I wish I knew the answer to that. If something was able to act like a crystal ball like that, everybody would be doing it. But really, it's just showing that the chart seems to be done for selling. But we've seen this before. Obviously the most recent example being right here. It's just a matter of seeing if history is going to repeat itself on any sort of pullback. A pullback of this situation is not a bad thing as long as support levels hold. The two key areas of support that we want to see hold are going to be the red line and blue line. The blue line being the 10-day, this red line being the 20-day. Because if we kind of use our imaginations a little bit, let's say we did pull back here and it bounced right here, hovered before heading back up, and then breaking through this high right here. That would give us a very nice higher low than what we had before. So here was our low, and then if it came down here, consolidated there, obviously this set of lows would be higher than that one, and then that would give us the ability to draw the uptrend line, which is what we want to do. So pullbacks, aren't bad, especially after a couple of days like this. There might be some profit takers, but what's really going to measure and be the true test of strength is whether or not these moving averages can hold. If it does, if volume does keep strong like it has, and the price can push through this 50-day, as the past showed, this chart does have the example to move pretty quick. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it come up here and test the James Bond level at 007. Will that absolutely happen if it can get through there? Obviously there's no absolutes, but just looking at the past history of the chart and what happened last time the 50-day was broke, it's not unreasonable to think that it could come up here and give 007 a test, but obviously that's going to need to depend on volume and how far people want to let it run before they start to lock in profits. But overall, a great way to end the week. I'm sure plenty of people are going to be having this come across their radars and scanners this weekend as they prepare for Monday. So plenty of eyes should be on it. But grab the popcorn, because we're going to have a nice pay-per-view showdown come Monday and the rest of this week with this 50-day simple moving average. Don't consider it a loss if it does pull back here. The only time I would personally consider this kind of a blown opportunity is if it does pull back and then crashes through this support and heads back down here to these previous lows. But it's definitely not a loss if it comes down here, consolidates for a while. That would still be a win because these gains are holding in place. A higher base is forming, and that's what is going to make this chart healthier for the longer term. So if there are any other questions going into this weekend, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from penny stocks up to big boards. So there's a good variety, something for everybody. It is all free, so it's worth at least checking out. So I'd encourage you to head to the website, sign up, and see what it's all about. One more time, this was QASP. Thanks for listening, and enjoy your weekends.